The day my own business partner tried to enslave me with a magic trick was the day I finally understood. The man I trusted with my life had been planning my destruction for months. I know how that sounds. Magic. Tricks. It sounds like a fairy tale. But every word of this is true, and by the end, you'll understand why I still get chills thinking about how close I came to losing everything. My freedom, my wife, my entire life. Let me start from the beginning. My name doesn't matter. What matters is that I was poor. Not just poor, desperate. My wife, Maya, and I lived in a small village where everyone around us seemed to be getting richer while we sank deeper into debt. I sold cloth for a living, but barely anyone bought from me anymore. Some nights, we went to bed hungry. Just the sound of our stomachs growling, and the silence between us, heavy with things neither of us wanted to say out loud. How will we even survive like this? Maya asked me one evening, her voice breaking. Everyone in this village has become rich except us. How many more days do we have to live like beggars? I held her hands. Don't cry, Maya. I know things are hard. But I promise you, I'll work harder. One day, our luck will change. Then why don't you try something else? She said. This cloth business gives us nothing. I don't ask for much. I don't spend like other wives. I just want enough food for the two of us. That's all I want. I promised her I'd find something better. I meant it. I had no idea how much that promise would cost me. The next morning, I left home early, walking toward the next village to look for work. That's when I saw him, an old man, sitting under a tree, looking exhausted, his clothes torn, his face pale with hunger. Grandfather, why are you sitting here like this? I asked, stopping beside him. Son, I'm so tired, he said weakly. I haven't eaten in days. I feel dizzy from hunger. If you have anything to eat, please, give it to an old man. God will bless you. My heart broke for him. I told him honestly, Grandfather, I wish I could help more, but things are hard for me too. My wife and I haven't eaten today either. That's all right, son, he said. Just wait a moment. Let me see what I can bring you. I ran home and grabbed the small amount of food Maya had saved, the only food we had, and brought it back to him. Here, Grandfather. This is what my wife had saved. Please, eat. He looked at me with tears in his eyes. Thank you, my son. God bless you. Then he looked at me more closely, studying my face. Come, sit with me. I want to give you something for your kindness. No, Grandfather, I don't need anything, I said. Son, I want to give you a boon. Anything you wish for, ask me, and it shall be yours. I laughed, thinking he was joking. Grandfather, what could I possibly ask from you? Quickly, son, ask. I have somewhere else to be. That's when Maya walked up behind me. I thought about it for a moment, and then I said, All right, Grandfather. If you insist, I want a boon that whoever I give work to must keep doing that work, no matter what, until I tell them to stop. Very well. Ask for another boon, son. And, if I ask someone to cook food for me, they should never be able to refuse. Good. One more boon, son. I thought again. And whatever I place inside this cloth bag, no one but me should ever be able to take it out. So be it. As you wish. And with that, The old man vanished into thin air. I stood there, stunned. Maya grabbed my arm, furious. "What have you done?" she snapped, dragging me home. "Are you out of your mind? If not for yourself, you could have at least thought of me. You threw away a golden opportunity. If you had asked for better things, we would be living in a big house by now. Our poverty would be gone. What do I do with a husband like you?" I felt like the world's biggest fool. Angry, ashamed, and humiliated, I stormed out of the house to look for work, my mind burning with frustration. I walked deep into the forest, not even sure where I was going. That's when I saw a strange figure standing in the distance, and as I got closer, I noticed something terrifying. His feet. They looked like the feet of a demon. "Where are you going, walking so angrily?" the figure asked. I didn't even think twice. I just had a fight with my wife. I'm looking for work now. "Don't think too far ahead," the figure warned, his voice strange, almost mocking. "Something very bad could happen to you." I should have run. I should have turned around right then. But I was desperate, and desperation makes fools of us all. "Why are you so worried?" he asked, his tone shifting, suddenly friendly. "You seem troubled. Where are you headed?" "I'm looking for work, but I can't find any. I'm really struggling." The demon, because that's exactly what he was, smiled. "Work with me. I'll pay you a lot of money." Inside my head, a voice screamed at me. "This thing wants to trap you. Run." But another voice, the voice of hunger, of shame, of Maya's tears, whispered back. "What do you have to lose? Your life is already in ruins." "Don't worry," he said. "I'll pay you well. Very well." I made my decision. "All right. I'll work for you." "Good, good," he said, pleased. "Here, take this money for now. I'll come back for you in 1 month. When I return, you'll start working for me." "Okay," I said. "I'll be ready." He disappeared, and I walked home with a small bag of coins, more money than I'd held in years. When I got home, Maya stared at the money, eyes wide. "Where did this come from?" "Forget all that," I said, pushing past her. "Just put it away for now." "No. Tell me first, did you steal this?" "No, no. Here, take it." "Where did this money come from? Tell me the truth." I sat down heavily. "I got it from a demon." Maya's face went white. "He won't leave you alive. He never lets anyone go alive. You knew that, and you still did this. Oh God, what do I do now?" I buried my face in my hands. "Forget about that for now," I said, trying to sound braver than I felt. "I still have a month. We'll enjoy it while we can. We'll figure the rest out later." "So you're just going to abandon me like this? After everything you promised the demon?" "I made a promise. I can't break it now." Then I tried to change the subject. "Forget all that. Let's eat something." A month passed in a strange, tense blur. And then, one evening, he came back. "Your time is up," the demon said, standing at our door. "Let's go." Panic surged through me. What do I do? What do I do? And then, I remembered. The boons. The old man's gifts. "I'm hungry," I said suddenly. "Let's eat something before we leave." "Fine," he said impatiently. But you don't even know how to cook. Do you know how to cook? I asked. Yes, yes. Give me the ingredients. I'll cook. And just like that, the second boon activated. The demon, unable to refuse, began cooking. And cooking. And cooking. He couldn't stop. Hours passed. The demon kept cooking, sweat pouring down his face, his hands moving on their own, unable to obey his own will. What's happening to me? He gasped, panic in his eyes. Why can't I stop? You're some kind of sorcerer. I just watched him, my heart pounding, hardly believing it was working. Let me go for now, he begged, finally breaking free for a moment. I'll give you a lot of gold. I'll come back in 3 months to take you. Fine, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. Then come back in 3 months. And he handed me a bundle of gold and vanished. 3 months passed. I gave Maya the gold, and for a while, we lived comfortably, better than we ever had. But the dread never left me. I knew he'd be back. And next time, my tricks might not work. When the 3 months ended, he returned, just as promised. You're sleeping, he said, standing over me. Let's go. It's time. My mind raced. What now? What do I do this time? And then it hit me, the third boon. The bag. You've come from so far away, I said quickly, sitting up. You must be tired. Rest here for a moment. I'll bring you some water. All right, he said, suspicious but exhausted. But hurry. And don't try anything funny. I think you might be some kind of magician. He lay down on the cot to rest. I went to fetch water, but I was stalling, buying time to think. By the time I came back, a long while had passed. The demon was still lying there, but something was different. He couldn't move. What's happening to me? He groaned. I think I've fallen for your tricks again. What do I do now? I walked over slowly. What's wrong, brother? Can't get up? Yes. I think you've cast some kind of spell on me again. Let me go this time, please. I'll give you 50 gold coins, and I'll come back in 6 months. All right, I said, my voice calm, hiding the storm inside me. Come back in 6 months, then. He left. But this time, something in me had shifted. I was done being afraid. I was done waiting to be hunted. 6 months. This creature has been toying with me, treating me like a puppet on a string. Not anymore. I started planning. Every single day for 6 months, I thought about how I would end this, for good. I wasn't going to run. I wasn't going to hide. I was going to use his own greed, his own arrogance, against him. When 6 months passed, the demon returned. But this time, he had a plan of his own. This man keeps making a fool out of me, he muttered to himself, transforming. This time, I won't give him the chance. I'll turn myself into a gold ring. He'll see something shiny, pick it up, and the moment he touches it, he's mine. He won't escape this time. A gold ring appeared on the path near my house. I walked outside a little later, and there it was, gleaming in the dirt. My eyes lit up, just as the demon hoped they would. I picked it up, and without a second thought, I dropped it straight into my cloth bag, the same bag the old man had blessed all those months ago. I walked into my house and tied the bag shut. From inside the bag, a voice suddenly screamed, he's trapped himself in his own net. There's no way out for him now. I froze for a second. Then I started laughing. A deep, satisfied laugh that came from somewhere I didn't even know existed inside me. "You fool," I said to the bag. "I knew from the very first day that you weren't human. You were a demon. And now you've walked straight into my trap. Whatever I place in this bag cannot come out without my permission. You're finished." "Brother, please," the voice begged, trembling now. "Brother, I'm truly trapped. Please forgive me. Let me go. I'll give you all the wealth you could ever want. Just set me free. I'll never come back for you. I swear it." "I don't need you anymore," I said quietly. "And I never will." I walked to the river behind our house. The same river I used to stare at during the darkest days of our poverty, wondering if things would ever change. And I threw the bag into the water. I watched it sink, the demon screams fading until there was nothing left but silence and the sound of the river flowing on, like it always had, like nothing had happened at all. When I turned around, Maya was standing there, watching me. She didn't say anything. She just walked toward me and held my hand. We went home together. And for the first time in years, there was no fear waiting for us at the door. No debt collector. No demon. No shame. Just the two of us, and a future we had finally taken back, with our own hands. From that day on, we lived simply, but peacefully. People in the village still don't know what really happened that day by the river. They just know that one day, the poor cloth seller and his wife stopped struggling and started smiling again. And every time I pass that river, I remember one thing. Sometimes, the very thing that comes to destroy you can become the key to your freedom, if you're brave enough to wait, watch, and strike at exactly the right moment.